Here is some information, from the 2-year MBA programs from top Indian institutes. So if we compare the class profiles, we do see that a large proportion of the class is from 0 to 2 years of work experience. But the consideration that we have today is for the mid-career professionals. So what I'm interested in is looking at the numbers of 3 years plus in the batch. So if you look at that particular number of 36 months plus work experience in each of these class profiles, you will see that the number is not as highly represented as you might probably want. If the cohort composition is an important criteria for you, then people with 36 months or more, that is 3 years or more of work experience, are not as many as you would find in the 1-year MBA program. So this is the main difference. You do need to consider the class profiles when you are choosing the program format that you are going in for. So looking at the 2-year MBA programs, who should be an ideal profile and ideal candidate profile for the 2-year MBA in India? That would be somebody who's in their early career stages with 0 to 3 years of work experience. You should have a strong academic record, and you do need to write the CAT exam. The larger acceptances for the CAT exam and the related exams like XAT, SNAP, etc. And the GMAT exam is also accepted, but at lesser number of places than the CAT exam. And the typical age group would be around 21 to 25 years. So who should choose the 2-year MBA programs? Choose a 2-year MBA program if you are someone who is, of course, in the early career stages, 0 to 3 years, or let's say up till 5 years of work experience. It is not that people with higher work experience do not go to or are not admitted to the 2-year MBA programs. But so you should have clarity about why you're choosing the 2-year MBA program vis-a-vis the 1-year MBA programs, where you would probably be more eligible as well as, more cohesive in the cohort at 7, 8, or 10 years of experience or even more. Plus, if you're someone who can commit to a 2-year break from their career, then you can choose a 2-year MBA program. And if you need a strong foundational knowledge in business, so for example, if your work experience has not really exposed you to a lot of its business fundamentals, then also a 2-year MBA program is more suitable for you. Plus, if you're someone who's looking at the traditional MBA experience, the 2-year MBA program will definitely be more suitable than the one year MBA program, because that will be a very quick program. You get in, you get out in around 12 months, and you go through such a lot of activities as well as curriculum within the 1 year. So the experience part will probably be missing. So if you're someone who's looking for a more traditional campus experience, then the 2-year MBA program is more suitable for you. Now let's come to the 1-year MBA format and the trade-offs that you might have when you're choosing the 1-year MBA. What exactly is the difference, or what does the 1-year MBA offer to you? Is definitely an accelerated curriculum. You have a very intensive full-time coursework to go through. The 1-year MBA is an excellent opportunity for the career switchers. So you can pivot to new functions, you can pivot to new industries post the 1-year full-time MBA programs. The ROI is definitely faster through the 1-year MBA program. And the drawback is that you don't have internships or a lot of campus activities the way you would have in 2-year MBA programs, of course, because of the limitation of time and the focused approach that you need to have when you are going in for a 1-year MBA program. So let's evaluate some of the 1-year MBA programs that India has to offer. You have the IIM Ahmedabad PGPX program. You have ISB PGP, which is a flagship 1-year MBA program for ISB, and the IIM Bangalore EPGP program. Then IIM Calcutta offers the MBAEx program. There are roughly around 12 to 15 programs that you can apply to depending on the eligibility criteria, at which particular years of experience do you stand and what tests you have written. So some of the programs, you look at the class profiles of some of the programs. If you look at the IIM A PGPX, the class admitted around 158 students in the past and has an average work experience of around 7.5 years. While at ISB, the recent class size has been around 800 students with around 4.1 years of average work experience. And at IIM Bangalore, the intake has been around 82 students with around 7 years of average work experience. So this being the range of average work experience, the cohort composition, this can be a good criteria for you to select what particular program will be more suitable for your criteria. So choose a 1-year MBA if you have anywhere between 3 to 10 years of work experience. Even more is also possible, but roughly this is the range that we usually see applying to the full-time MBA programs. If you're someone who can take a 1-year break from your career. So going back to the previous point, 3 to 10 years of work experience is roughly the range of work experience. However, at 5 years of experience, you have a lot more programs available to you to apply to for a 1-year MBA in India than you have at 3 years of work experience. So the ideal sweet spot would be around 5 to 10 years of work experience. That will give you access to a lot of options for pursuing the full-time 1-year MBA program. Go in for a 1-year MBA if you have clear post-MBA goals. It is a very quick and a short program. You need to be very clear of what you want to do while you are at the program and when you have graduated from the program. If you're someone who's seeking the leadership roles, then also this is the program to go for. And if you're looking at accelerated career growth within your industry or pivoting towards a new industry or a new function, then also a 1-year MBA will be definitely more suitable for you. As a mid-career professional, you also have the option of pursuing MBA programs for working executives. So these will be programs which will have probably weekend schedules, or they would have hybrid learning options. You could have an online class with alternate weekends of physical class. There would be some travel requirements if it is a modular program. And the main benefit of the executive MBA programs or the MBA programs for working executives is that you don't have to leave your job. You can continue working with the current organization that you are employed with, and without leaving your job, you can pursue an MBA alongside. The duration of these programs is usually 1.5 to 2 years. So that is also a decent enough duration for you to even apply the learnings in your practical space. So this is where this particular program format is becoming very popular. Some of them do require test scores to be submitted. Some of them do not require test scores to be submitted. Plus, the eligibility for each of these programs is pretty different. So we'll go through a list of these programs as well as the way they differ in terms of the format of delivery as well as the eligibility criteria. And based on the options that you are choosing from at your particular work experience, you'll always have the option of a full-time program versus a part-time or a weekend MBA or a flexi program, which will be ideal for you as a working executive. So if you don't want to leave your job and you still want to pursue an MBA degree, these are good programs that you should look at before you decide as to which direction you want to go for.